How's it going, guys? This is Halcyon, and I'm here with another Pokebanco U match. This one I'm showing to you for two reasons. The first is it showcases Mega Charizard Y, which is so much fun to use. It's one of those Pokemon that I've had a lot of interest in since the generation started, but I haven't had a chance to use yet. So I built this team about a week ago, and it's been a lot of fun. It's not like a good team. I haven't really built any serious teams in this gen, but it is a lot of fun to use. Mega Charizard Y is a complete monster. The Fire Blast in the Sun just destroys everything. It is so good. I think with the right support, it's a really good mon. I definitely underestimated it at the beginning of the gen. And the second reason I want to show this battle is it showcases a good and important value in Pokemon, and that is having a game plan. When my game plan comes into effect, I will be sure to let you guys know, but I do have a plan in this match, and it does, not to spoil anything, but it does come to fruition. So let's get right into the match. He leads off with his Aggron, and I lead off with my Charizard. I wasn't sure if he was going to be smart and like not Mega Evolve so that he could hit me with a Rock move, keeping his Sturdy or something, so I just switched right to my Landorus there, and I'm not playing around, but I guess he predicted me to be Charizard Y because he switches into his Goodra, which is actually good for me because I can threaten him out and use my Stealth Rocks, which is great, but he switches into his Rotom Wash, and he's able to get the burn off on me, and I don't really have... I wanted to predict him to burn, but I also didn't want to mispredict and have my Charizard get hit by a Volt Switch, because Charizard obviously is immune to the burn. So anyway, I just switch into Rotom, take the burn him, and then he does damage with his Volt Switch, which is not good. Here, I didn't know why he switched in Aggron, so I thought maybe he was like trying to pull something. I really had no idea what he was doing, so I just Pain Split. It was a bad play in hindsight, but he sets up his Stealth Rock, and that sucks, so I just Volt Switch, but then he goes into his Florges, which is a great opportunity for my Scizor to come in, barring the HP Fire or something. So here I'm planning to go for the Defog. He protects, which I don't know why he did that. He saw that I was leftovers, so like, he wasn't scouting, and if I had been Swords Dance, that could have been really bad for him. But anyway, he protects, and the next turn I'm able to get off my Defog as he Aromatherapies. But that's fine, as long as I get my rocks up, rocks off, I'm happy. So I'm just going to U-turn. He switches into his Rotom Wash, and here I'm able to go into my Charizard. Not really sure why he didn't switch. Maybe he thought I was Charizard X there, but I just go for the Solar Beam and take the Rotom out, which is huge. So he sends in his Goodra, and that's not good for me. I don't really have anything that switches into this thing. So I just go into Genesect predicting either a Dragon move or an Electric move. And here, I'm going for the Iron Head because I want to kill that Goodra, but he switches in his Florges, and that's great for me because that thing is dead. Easy one-shot. Here he goes into his Aggron, which is predictable. But I'm just going to go right in my Landorus Therian. He sets up his rocks. I'm just going to U-turn now because I thought he would switch. I thought he would switch into Landorus. I thought that was the best move, but here he shows me why he did not, and that is because he has Ice Punch, and it is a very good thing that I U-turned and didn't set up my rocks, because Landorus Therian is key to the master plan I have to win this match. So, anyway, I go for the Defog, get rid of those rocks. He misses the Stone Edge, but honestly, it wouldn't have done very much damage, and I don't need Scizor at all. I'm just going to U-turn, go right into my Charizard, and hit him up with a Fire Blast, but obviously he's not going to stay in, so he just switches in his Goodra. Here I do get a bit of luck. I hit the Fire Blast and get the burn. It doesn't really matter in the end though, because he doesn't have any reliable recovery. He is the Assault Vest variant, so he's not going to be doing much. And I could have just worn him down eventually, but the burn definitely did help. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, not really sure why. Second turn he goes for Thunderbolt, takes me out, as he should have. Maybe he predicted, I don't know, Rotom switch or something? I really don't know. But eventually he switches out, as I send in my Garchomp. I'm just going to go for the Dragon Claw. I don't want to Swords Dance predicting him to switch and then have him Dragon Pulse me or whatever. So Anyway, then I switch into my Landorus, lower his attack, and he shows me the knockoff, which sucks because I do need Landorus at this point. My plan here is wear everything down to a point where if he locks himself into a move that is not Flamethrower with Genesect, I can come in with my Genesect and kill everything. So everything that he has that can take a Flamethrower is dead. So all I need to execute that plan is Genesect and Landorus. And as long as I have those two Pokemon, I know I can win this, because I need my Landorus to take on his Landorus, and to be able to switch into something if I need to switch moves. So anyway, back to the battle. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to get everything worn down to a point where Genesect can sweep, and I want to keep his rocks off the field so that switching is easier for me. Anyway, so I switch into my Landorus. As he goes for the Stone Edge, it doesn't do shit to me because of the attack drop. And then I'm just going to go for Stealth Rock as he U-turns out, maybe predicting the double switch, I'm not really sure. But he switches into his own Aggron, and here I think he's going to set up the rocks. I don't think that he'll Ice Punch. He actually goes for the Superpower, I guess maybe predicting a Rotom switch, but that was a huge misplay. And now his Aggron is very low. I'm just going to U-turn because I know he's going to switch. And I'm able to bring in my Genesect. And this is actually good for me because he's forced to switch in his own Genesect to take the Ice Beam. Which is actually good because the more I can wear this thing down, the less likely it is that he'll be able to keep switching out and Flamethrower me. But I get the freeze, but here's why that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I have 3 Pokemon I don't need. So even if he hadn't been frozen, I could have just sacked Rotom Wash, which is what I planned on doing anyway. It wouldn't have mattered because then I could have brought in my Genesect and swept anyway. So he goes for the Thunderbolt, and that's fine. At this point, it doesn't matter. He goes for the U-turn, goes back into his Aggron, and I'm just going to go right into my Genesect and Flamethrower, because I wasn't sure if Ice Beam would kill. Looking back, it probably would have, but I didn't want to risk it. I probably could have. Again, looking back, it wouldn't have really mattered that much. But I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower here. I could have switched out to Landorus, but it really didn't matter. I knew he wouldn't kill me with Earthquake, and I could just 2-hit KO with Flamethrower. And even if he had crit me or something, I could have just gone into my Garchomp and killed him from there with Dragon Claw. Anyway, so that was the match. It was a lot of fun. I don't really see very many semi-stall teams on the ladder anymore, and I think that's interesting, just based on how I thought this generation would go. But I thought this was a cool match. He had a cool team. I don't really see very many Mega Aggrons either, but it was definitely interesting. And yeah, like I said, I thought this was a good example of formatting an idea, a plan, and trying to execute that, which is obviously an important aspect of battling. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've been doing a lot more PO lately, and so that's why I haven't been uploading any replays, because I haven't had any matches to replay, because PO doesn't have that function. Or at least not that I know of. It probably does. I'm very new to PO. But I like it a lot. I really do. The ladder is better. The whole idea of how you gain points is better than PS, in my opinion, because, you know, if I lose the second match in a run, my ult isn't completely useless like it is on PS. So I've had ults where I've lost to hacks within the first 5 matches, and then it's useless. I can't peak with it anymore. But on PO, I don't really have to worry about that. If I lose a match, it's fine. I can come back and win more later. So I've been liking it a lot. It's a lot less stressful, a lot less rage-inducing. And plus I get better battles on the top of the ladder. Well, I say top of the ladder. I'm not on the top of the ladder, but the higher the higher I get on the ladder, the better battles I get, which is not always true on Pokemon Showdown. I think I'm sitting at like 1350 right now on PO, which is not great, but you know, I'm slowly working my way up. Uh, like I said, I'm liking it a lot. But anyway, I'm rambling. I hope you guys like this match. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and I will see you later.